What's up, guys? Frugal BC. Was I wrong about Algorand's FIFA partnership? Well, maybe. We're going to look at that today as part of our news, along with some really good news about Algorand metrics, some nice price action that we've got going on. That time I dragged BitBoy from BitBoy Crypto, the former BitBoy Crypto channel, into an Algorand conversation. We'll look at that. TravelX news looking more solid. We're going to talk about what's happening with that, and John Allen Woods talking about node incentives coming next quarter, and I'm really bullish on that, so keep an eye out for that. We're going to get to all of that today on Frugals BC, but before we do that, guys, I really need you to hit that like and subscribe button, and remember, you don't have to smash it. No Hulk smash. You just press it gently. It works just fine that way too. And we have channel memberships for only $1, so you can join all the other Frugal Knots in the community and join us for $1. You can get videos before anyone else, and we have to always give a big shout out to our channel sponsor, Non-Fungible Domains. If you want that .algo address, makes everything so much easier for your Algorand address. You know, mine's frugalbc.algo. I don't have to remember all those crazy letters and numbers because I'm never going to remember. I remember the first three, and that's about it. I'm never going to be able to enter all those. Way easier to do it with non-fungible domains. They got vaults and segments. Check them out in the description below. But let's get today's show. First off, we see a huge spike in growth metrics for Algorand. I love to see this. We're going to get to the FIFA, and we're going to get to the node incentives coming up. Along with, we got a lot of, like I said, we got a lot of great stuff on the show. Hard to even know what to begin with, to be honest. But yeah, let's just get to these growth metrics first. And this is directly from the Algorand Foundation. In September, Algorand saw monthly active users surge by nearly 34%, reaching a yearly high of 1.34 million, with daily active users peaking at 180K, up from 50K. That is a huge jump, okay? Again, remember, so many people are calling Algorand a ghost chain. I think that talk has died down a lot, to be fair. But I've been hearing tons of this now. Now, a lot of this came from the launch of Coinbase Quest, which was a good way for people. Fortunately, it was outside of the U.S., which is such a bummer. You know, this is another reason why we really got to get these. These crypto regulations straightened out. There's no reason why the U.S. should be behind on this stuff. But anyway, yeah, really cool. In fact, non-fungible domains was involved in that. They were one of the five steps. You know, they would take you through setting up a wallet and trying some DeFi. I think that's really great. I think we want people to get into the ecosystem. But yeah, these metrics are really nice. Huge spike, and not necessarily returning, maybe slightly returning, but you know, we've been hitting over that 100,000. Like I said, spiked at 180 users. And yeah, here's monthly active users, one of the highest since of this year for sure. So we had a kind of good run there in April too. So I like to see this, but you know, it's really hard when you have this many active monthly users. I don't know how you call this a ghost chain. It's just kind of ridiculous at that point, isn't it? So anyway, really happy to see this. While the chart's loading, look at TVL. TVL's up 9%, still at 23 million. That's a little lower than we had before, but that's mostly because the price is so low. And we're actually popping back up a little bit, so we're at 12.67. Yeah, nice to see some upward price action on Algorand. So obviously, going back last late September, we were up quite a bit higher, up getting close to 15 cents, not quite. Be happy to see that level again, but for now, heading in the right direction as the rest of crypto pumps. We have Bitcoin going up over 67, almost to 68 before pulling back a little bit. It's exciting times. I think the bull is coming. I think it's starting to kick off finally. And I remember this. I've been through this a few times. Like it seems like it's taking forever, and then all of a sudden it just pops off. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. Anyway, let's get to more news. And this was interesting. I accidentally started a huge conversation with BitBoy Crypto around Algorand. The post kind of blew up. My Twitter was blowing up for a while. I was getting a ton of new followers and stuff. But interesting thoughts, and we'll see what BitBoy said to me and look at the reaction to this. Well, it started off like this. So BitBoy Crypto had made a list. Actually, let's go back to that. Here's some projects I'm not investing in this bull run unless something dramatically changes. And he mentioned ADA, DOT, Litecoin. I think that's Bitcoin Cash, XLM, Stellar, CDA, Stacks, OP, Crow, Theta, FTN, ENA, Flow, and Core. And so I mentioned, look, this got 34,000 impressions. I said, I noticed that Algorand is not on the list. So he quote retweeted me and said, let's be clear, Algo has lots of potential, and I agree with that. if you're honest, it hasn't lived up to it yet, and it may not ever. It definitely hasn't lived up to its potential yet. May not ever. Maybe. I'm holding to the belief that it will hold true. That this will be a good thing. I think in the long term, I think fundamentals are going to matter at crypto at some point. But right now, you don't see a lot of utility coins doing really, really well, which with some exceptions, SWI, which we covered, is an obvious exception that is behaving in the market like a meme coin, even though it's doing a lot of cool things. But yeah, this is, but I still believe it's a great buy for this bull run. I think that's great. Yeah, so excellent. And then I responded from a market standpoint, I agree with Ben from a technology utility aspect. Algorand has been crushing it, and they've been working on improving the narrative. The build it and they will come attitude has been replaced with much better marketing. Also, DeFi on Algorand is unbelievably slick. There are plenty of ways to make money in crypto outside of price appreciation, but that helps the DeFi plays too. It certainly does. And yeah, this got a few, actually didn't get that many comments. I think his did. MJ said real world usage, biggest sport in the world, FIFA, digital euros. Yeah, I agree. MJ, friend of the channel. Jazz says around $2. He's thinking $2-3. That's what I've been saying also. Yeah, Lady Trader's a big fan of, she's a pretty big account, and she's a fan of Algorand, so that's great to see. Algo has no devs working on it. Untrue. We've covered that numerous times. If you knew everything that was developing right now, you'd know that Algorand is going to be pretty big. So yeah, lots of a lot of chains have charts like this. I just want to say. But it's good. I mean, yeah, the Lavazza, I actually buy this coffee. I've switched over to Lavazza coffee. It's really good. The FIFA partnership, we're going to talk about that because that has turned into something entirely different than my initial critique. So, and then TravelX, we're going to talk about that too today. So excellent. Quantos with the digital euro they got going on. It's MiCAR compliant, which is a big deal. And Lofty, I've got thoughts on Lofty. I need to do an updated Lofty video pretty soon. And then with nodes, damn, Frugal got BitBoy. I'm sorry, BitBoy quote reposting you. I didn't even see this. I have to respond to this at some point. Anyway, yeah, so I just thought that was interesting. I normally don't share my own Twitter activities on here, but you know, when someone with account, how big is his account? Yeah, he's got like 85,000 almost. Pretty big account, shares you, has a big impact on your Twitter list, and it gets the Algorand word out, which I think is really cool. BitBoy's been pretty bullish on Algorand. I think he's been honest about, you know, the problems on Algorand. I think that's fair, but also like the good stuff that's going on, as have I. You know, say what you want about BitBoy. I think on Algo, he's been pretty solid overall. But let's get to the next piece of news. And this is from TravelX. TravelX, I think, is one of those things I point to and say, oh, crypto is just for scams. It doesn't solve any real world problems. Well, this one does, because this is putting airline tickets as NFTs, minting them as NFTs, and then you can actually sell them on a marketplace. So if you can't make your flight for some reason, you can actually sell it to someone else. You can't do that now. That is solving a real world problem. Well, right now it's only one airline service called Flybondi, but this is we're looking at something much better. Announcement of new airlines collaborating with TravelX seems imminent. Which airlines will start minting their tickets on NFTs in real time Algorand very soon? And this is because Julian Cook is a managing partner at ATKA Capital, says great to spend a couple days with the team of TravelX and see the strong engagement on airlines. The results come out of the partnership with Viva Aerobus are impressive, with a strong impact on the bottom line. ATKA Capital is proud to be an investor in TravelX and excited about the other airlines which are coming online very soon. So, seems really solid. Now, remember we posted a photo that TravelX had posted. We talked about a photo that they had shared where they were talking about, they have a bunch of executives from other airlines. You remember that? Now this is looking really solid. Like they just flat out said that other airlines are coming online soon. I think that's a big deal. You guys are going to see, this is going to be a huge thing on Algorand. As we shared, they're one of the top, weren't they the number one transaction maker on Algorand? I believe that was the case. I have to watch my video from yesterday. I forgot which one was on top. I know Gunny was number 2. Usually been TravelX though. So yeah, I think this is a big deal. I think this is the kind of stuff when we talk about solving real world problems, this is what we think about. Okay, next. So we got John Allen Woods talking about node incentives, and I'm going to play the video and we're going to cut in the rest, I think, but let's take a look here.
Early 2025. late 2024, early 2025, we'll be rolling out consensus incentives. So we're going to be branding this externally as staking rewards, which is not actually known yet, but we'll be pushing hard on this. On the staking rewards is the name. But essentially what it is that right now you make a block, you mint a block on Cardano, you get paid. You mine a block on Bitcoin, you get paid. You mine a block or mint a block on Algorand, you get nothing. And so the problem with this is you don't get a ton of people who want to run computers for free, altruistically, despite maybe there being the point that maybe people should want to stake to secure their own funds. So we're modifying the protocol, and the protocol will now reward people who stake and who propose blocks or mint, mine, whatever word you want to use, who create blocks. And so the rewards are going to be quite high, and then over time they will drop off, like Bitcoin does, kind of on a function. But for the first few years, they're going to be pretty juicy.
Yeah, so that's a little clip from John Ellenwood's talk with Dagnum PI, an account I've been enjoying lately on Twitter, so you should check them out. But yeah, this is now it's supposed to be coming 2025. Supposed to be first quarter, I believe. So I'm really looking forward. I'm really looking forward to this. I think this is going to be one of the game changers of Algorand. So keep an eye out for that first quarter. We originally were talking fourth quarter 2024. Looks like that's been pushed back a little bit, but yeah, this has been a missing thing in Algorand. People, you need people with incentives to make nodes. It's just people just aren't going to do it for free. He's right. The very last thing, was I wrong about the Algorand partnership with FIFA? Now I was very critical of this partnership because what happened. There was an NFT series called FIFA Collect, which minted NFTs from various scenes from the various World Cups on Algorand. You can buy them now. You can't send them to your wallet. I'm still a little bit critical of that because to me it's not really an NFT unless you can self-custody it. But anyway, they're making them, and one of my biggest problems is I watched the World Cup that year and not a mention, not an iota of mention about this FIFA partnership. So we looked into it. And looks like this time it's a little bit different. This is from our good friend MJ.algo. He's a friend of the channel. Breaking FIFA QR code spotted in stadium. Scan to purchase NFT collectibles on Algorand and FIFA. Use USDC or credit card. But a debit card, you can't spell go without algo. And as you can see, this is a stadium, and the QR code is up there. You can, for people to scan while they're in the stadium. This is the kind of thing I was talking about that I wanted to see, because in the first one, they were really just marketing it towards Algorand people. And it seems like now maybe that was a test case. So they wanted to try it out with Algorand people too first. And then after that expanded out to, an actual World Cup audience, but seems to be what we're seeing now. They're actually putting it out there, and I like it. I'm happy to see it. By the way, it's bringing in some real numbers. Here's the FIFA Collect overall. 32 drops, 559 highlights, 8.5 million, almost 8.6 million collectibles, over 1 million minted, 200 some thousand burned, with almost 859,000 or more than 859,000 circulating amongst 21,000 holders. And it's done about 4 million in volume. So that ain't too bad with 1.3 transactions. Those are good numbers. I like to see that. That's all stuff happened on Algorand. Here's a secondary sales of 1.5 million with 60,000 sold. And I think I had one for sale. I don't think it ever sold. But, yeah, so it's interesting. Like I said, I really wish they had them in your wallet instead of on the platform. Maybe that's coming. I haven't really dove into it since I bought them, but this is much better. So I'm happy to be wrong on this. Like I said, I still wish they were self-custody. But other than that, this is starting to pan out the way I hoped it would. Hopefully soccer fans or football fans, wherever you live, are going to be buying these NFTs when they see them. They can scan the QR code and check it out. And this could be really big for Algorand. This is what we were hoping for, right? This is what we were hoping for when it came out. So anyway, what do you guys think about this news? Let me know in the comments below. By the way, I don't see any governance proposal for TinyMan that was supposed to come out today, according to TinyMan's Twitter. So not sure what happened there. I didn't have time to look into that, but But the rest, I think, is pretty interesting. So, like I said, let me know what you think in the comments. Hit the like button and subscribe, all that fun stuff. And otherwise, yeah, the good times are ahead, guys. They're coming really soon. We're basically pulling into the early part of the second bull, and it's good to see. It feels kind of like a relief. So, anyway, guys, stay safe out there. Enjoy the bull run as it comes. And I'm Frugal BC, and I will see you in the future.